Hey everyone, it's Brian with Elite Real Estate Prospecting. I just wanted to give you a quick tutorial video on how to use this activity tracker spreadsheet because a lot of people have been asking about that. Now, if you do not have a copy of the activity tracker spreadsheet, go ahead and go to eliterealestateprospecting.com, and if you scroll down the screen, you should see something that looks similar to this where you can click on it and download a zip file which will have the newest version of the activity tracker spreadsheet. Now, obviously I'm updating this all the time, so after I make this video, the one you get may look slightly different, but the general process of using this whole thing should be pretty clear and straightforward and the same for all the different versions. Now, I'm using this to track my front-end cold call phone prospecting efforts, whether I'm doing calling for sale by owners and expireds, or I'm doing straight cold calling. And in order to the general idea is at the end of the year, I would like to know how many calls I've made, how many appointments I've set, and things like this. This is what my 2014 activity tracker spreadsheet looked like, and you can see I called in August, September, October, November, and December. That's when I started tracking it. And it adds this up for me. So from August through December, it tells me that these are my totals for almost 50,000 dials, almost 8,400 contacts, and these are how many leads that I got, which are either in the 30, 60, 90-day category, to the 3 to 6 month category, or the 6 to 12 month category. And I am now building a new one for 2015 so that I can know what's going on in 2015. Now you can see down here in these other tabs, obviously here's January's totals and here's February's totals. And these are the totals for the week that I'm in right now. We're just headed into this week in February. And then it backs up to where we started, which is the daily tracker. So let me show you how to use this. If you are using Mojo, then you would go into reports. You'd click on reports to get your data after you're done calling for the day, and you would click on scoreboard report. At the bottom of the scoreboard report, if you want to put all of your calls into one big group in the spreadsheet, you would look at this grand total thing right here. I only called a prime groups today. I didn't do any for sale by owner or expired calls, so I can just use this one thing here, and this one grand total, and punch it in here. If I had did a little bit of cold calling and had done some for sale by owner and expired calls, then what I would need to do instead is I would need to kind of manually tally these up by looking at the different groups and lists that I called and plug them in manually into these proper columns for the day. But since I called a prime group, I called through prime groups today, what we have here is the total. So 282, let's just transfer it over. 282 calls, 97 contacts, and 3 do not call me again contacts. So we just go ahead and plug that in. So 282 total dials, 97 contacts, 3 do not call contacts, and I didn't schedule any appointments or get any actual leads today. But you can see this is all being added up over here. So 282, 97, and 3. And 97 people plus the 3 DNC people, those people are obviously not interested in my services, so they count as a contact. They're not interested right now. So 97 plus 3 gives us our total contacts for the day, which is 100 down here. Now let's just say I had called for sale by owners and expireds, and let's say there were 2 for sale by owners today and that I called, and there were 5 expireds today that I'd called, and let's just say I was able to get a hold of 1 of the for sale by owners and 4 of the expireds. And let's just say this guy right here, the for sale by owner, he said, yep, I'm obviously trying to get it sold right now. And let's say I was able to schedule an appointment, so I'd plug that in there. Let's say the expireds, all of them have said, well, we're going to wait a while, and my best efforts and best scripts did not convert them. And so all 4 that I spoke with are now leads, though, that said I could follow up with them. So 4 leads that are going to be doing something in the next 3 to 6 months, most likely. But no appointments there. So notice everything's totaled up over here, right? Totaled up over here, 1 lead, which was from the for sale by owner. Now what we would be doing is at the end of the day when I'm done calling, I would select this column right here. We always copy and paste from this column. So we right click on it, say copy, and then we say, okay, so this is my totals for today. So we switch over to the week view. It's Monday, February 9th. You click on the top, and this is very important. You right click and you click this paste values. Don't do the regular paste the values. That's kind of important. So you paste the values in, and then it adds it up over here for your total for the week. Now, let's just say every single day went exactly the same as it did today. I'd be copying the day's totals into these other days as I went through them. And let's say I called all the way through Friday and even called on Saturday as well. So over here, it would be totaling these all up for me as I add these different days. Now, the week is all done, isn't it? This week is done. And so we would want to add this week's totals, grand totals, copy from here, from this column, into the February 2015 week of February 8th to the 14th. So now I've got 2 of the 4 weeks of February done, and it's totaling that up. Now let's say every single week went exactly the same for the rest of the month of February. This would be showing us how many total dials we did in February and how many total leads we got and how many total appointments. So again, we would copy this from this column, hit copy, and then we would go over to the 2015 for the whole year, and we would paste that in to right here in this column. And then if March and April and May, you can get the point. If they were all exactly the same, obviously they wouldn't be, they would all be different, but you can see how it's adding them all up so that by the end of the year it would tell you how many total contacts you have, how many appointments you set, what your contact rate percentage is compared to the number of dials, your contacts per hour, and your dials per hour, and all this kind of thing. So that's all punched into there. Now, one thing I forgot, and I'm not going to recreate this entire video, is you do need to put in the time too. I forgot that. So on the daily, on your way back on your daily sheet, when you're done every single day and you're looking at your totals here, it'll give you a time, and my total time was 98.65 or 99 minutes. So I would actually be putting the 99 minutes in right here, 99. So don't forget that. Sorry I forgot it at the beginning of the video, but like I said, I'm not going to redo it. I think you have a general idea of how to get this thing to work for you now, and go ahead and download it and use it as you see fit.